caught in their wake, the men who let America be understood here. Former NATO interpreters who say they were fired, blacklisted and are now unable to get new jobs. So they wait for the casual day's labour you might be offered if you join the crowds here. The skill that made them rich yesterday, today, after the drawdown, makes them fear reprisals from the Taliban.
My family is still living in the provinces. I cannot go there. I'm living in a market. I'm living in one of the empty shop.
It is not clear that why they blacklisted me.
My family, everybody give up on me. They're too nervous.
Right now, I sleep here around this mosque area.
We're just present in Afghanistan.
This is a city holding its breath as the void left behind by NATO opens up. To learn if its new government will last, if the Taliban are tired of fighting, if ISIS are next. It now has 5 times more people than when the US invaded, and swells still as many flee the violence swirling around it. Its streets being reclaimed from a war economy that made these now empty houses expensive for foreigners and left these roads, until now, littered with potholes. Picking at the bones of an occupation past, whose remnants find the streets now too unsafe. Here, Chicken Street is where foreigners would once bustle, haggle over trinkets, even dodge the beggars. After America's billions on infrastructure, still sometimes generators provide the power.
The embassy, is talk with the people. You don't go to Chicken Street, because maybe for the security is not good.
The road out east tells a story of how war brought a brief reprieve from poverty for so many. Lined with the machines America used as it tried to move mountains to meet fluid goals, now abandoned. Their supply convoy too idle. These trucks were once the pinnacle of a billion-dollar circuit, ferrying to NATO's bases everything they needed. Now, the drivers would sell them for almost nothing, just to save on the bribes and fuel needed to keep them running.
The contracts were with big businessmen and commanders who were giving us very little, and they made themselves rich and now living their comfortable lives in Dubai.
The days of endless US money enriching so few are ending, and even at the wedding halls, costly palaces of commitment to the future, the dreams, the symbols are of leaving, the lights copying a Dubai landmark.
The city's lights have been held up as a sign of its transformation. It's true, it never shone like this under the Taliban, but behind the costly voltage are stories of billions spent on power stations that were barely ever switched on, and elsewhere a failure to provide the most basic of services. But above all, after decades of war, are people worried if the violence has truly come to an end?
A glow that hides a wider uncertainty and fear. Nick Paton Walsh, CNN, Kabul.